Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. We are on the Loyalty and Friends podcast, and tonight we are presenting Fire Diamond Visions with a Z. Okay, so don't forget it. That's Fire Diamond Visions with a Z, and we have our special guest, Brittany and Naraya Grant. So, Brittany, I know we gave an introduction on Instagram, and if you all want to see the part one of this interview, I truly recommend you go to Instagram and just take a look at that, man. We had some really good information and just kind of enlighten us on a few of the things they have going on. So, Brittany, let's just give them another small introduction before we get into part two of this interview.
Sure. My name is Brittany Grant. I am the owner and CEO of Fire Diamond Visions with a Z. Fire Diamond Visions was created to encourage people, uplift people, and kind of help lead you and guide you to penetrate to your dreams and find out what those dreams mean. So we have our Monday Morning Lifter on Monday mornings at 9 on Facebook Live. I'm the author of the book From Dreams to Purpose. And we also have co-owner of the company, Miss Naraya Grant. This is her book. She's also an author of a children's book. And then we also have our affirmation bracelets and our dream coaching calls. So it's pretty much what we do and who we are.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So it's good to have y'all on the part two. And you all shared a few things, that really touched me, especially Naraya. Like, I just want to commend her just for being such an amazing kid, for one. Just amazing, just her vision. And I asked her, what is she thinking about coming out with another book? And she mentioned that she would want that book to be, based off of her father, which unfortunately she lost. And he transitioned during, of course, the pandemic, during this COVID time. So, Naraya, I think that is amazing. I can't wait till it come out, because I know some other children who can really, really use that type of motivation. When I spoke about my brother, right, my nephew actually, he only had one son. My brother had one son, and my nephew was in the car when his dad transitioned. And so, yeah, so he was the last one to see my brother alive. The last one. And that right there was so big. And just because the way that he handles it, it helps me. Sometimes these kids are resilient. They are so resilient. They really are. And okay, so I see Analyze This Topic in the building. Shout out. That is my brother EA with his beautiful wife Tea Time with T. They are some big supporters. And he did ask, how can he get a book? He would love a book.
Well,
sure. So
you can go to Amazon, type I'm a Dreamer Books or Dreams to Purpose. Or you can inbox us on our channel, on our Instagram and Facebook, and we would send you one of the books.
Right. So if you go on Amazon to get the book, which is fine. Naraya's book is in ebook format as well, and paperback. Mine's just paperback at the moment. You can go to Amazon, but if you want a signed copy, then you would want to inbox us or message us so that we can sign your book for you and then send it in the mail.
Man, Brent, I need to look and see if my book is signed, because if not, we're going to have to see each other again in person just so I can get you all's autograph. And I need Naraya to sign her own book. So, yeah, we're going to have to make that meetup happen for sure. So, as y'all see, man, it says, I am a dreamer. Man, I love it. And then, of course, the mom, Miss Brittany, her book is From Dreams to Purpose. Man, I love that. I love it. And so, we all dream. And sometimes these dreams definitely have meanings, So I do think I agree with you, Brittany, when you said be intentional about what you dream, and then not only that, put it in the atmosphere. You be amazed at what can come out of a simple dream, So I'm very excited. With you, Brittany, I don't know if I asked, well, what would your second book be? Because I know this is the first of many. So what would your second book look like?
Yes. So my second book would pretty much be a book of encouragement. Just encouraging people on a day-to-day. I have not decided what type of format I wanted it in, whether I wanted it to be for educational for encouraging purposes with a workbook at the end, you know, kind of like people journaling, or just to encourage people. But the second book, my next book will most definitely be a book to encourage and uplift people, to kind of help them on their day-to-day journey with whatever they're going through.
I like that. And journaling is very important. And I always say to people, because sometimes I think some men think that's a girl thing. It's not gender specific, you know. Journaling is for anybody. It allows us to get those thoughts out of our mind and really out here, you know, get it on paper, release that, you know, so it can be very therapeutic. And that's why we actually do a journaling room every Wednesday, Miss Brittany. It's called the Speak Sister Brother Speak Guided Journal Workshop. So shout out to my sister Coach K, Renee, as well as my brother Larry Penn, Mr. LP, because they actually host that room and that space, and they got some great things coming along with that, with the Speak Sister Brother Speak. So I feel where you're going, and you're right on track. I think that would be an amazing way to really inspire others and just get some positivity out there. So right. I do want to ask, like, how often do you get to hear from your readers? Do you hear from your readers much? What kind of things do they say about your book?
Most of my readers, I keep shouting out my family because they are my #1 supporters. I really couldn't have done much of anything that my family really just been there by my side, just encouraging me. So as far as I can recall, all of my family members have purchased our books. I've gotten good feedback, good encouragement. Britt, when's your next one, like you asked, or just letting me know how it helped them. A couple of people that were not family members also kind of gave me feedback on certain chapters or certain parts in the book that kind of helped them. One other person, got to shout out my pastor, Warren L. Henry Sr.
Hold up. You go to Kingdom of God Evangelistic Outreach Ministry.
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes.
I know your pastor. I know that's my pastor too, girl. I haven't listened. OMG. Let me tell you how God works. OMG. So let me tell you, I met Pastor Henry and I know exactly where it's at. It's right across from Welcome All Park. So in Atlanta, please go tap into Kingdom of God Evangelistic Outreach Ministry. I met Pastor Henry when I was about 18 years old. So it's been that long. Wow. And I ran into him, I want to say maybe about a year or so ago. He was speaking at an event here in Atlanta, and when we saw each other, it was like we never left. So wow, Brittany, I'm gonna have to come see you there. You just inspired me for sure. I'm like, hold up, I actually know that church. I got married at that church.
Oh wow.
Okay. I actually got married at that same church. Me and my ex-husband, we married at the Kingdom for sure. So wow, I'm very in tune. Okay. Wow, you got me excited.
He was kind of one of the other people that kind of encouraged me and whatever, and didn't mind sharing that he was kind of encouraged himself and inspired by reading my book, because that also kind of pushed him to go ahead and work on some of the projects that he'd been sleeping on that he needed to do. So I definitely have gotten some feedback, and that also it feels good to know that you're helping someone and that what you're doing is not in vain. Like, I'm not the type of person that likes to be like on the forefront where I'm being praised for whatever I'm doing, or congratulations, or you're doing a great job, or I don't have to have those types of words or those types of things to kind of make me feel great, like I just did something great, you know. But it feels good to know that what I'm doing is not in vain, that it helps someone.
Yes, indeed. You're doing the work of God, and that's what God wants us to do, is be of servitude to others, you know, be selfless, like do things that's not just all about self, you understand? That can definitely inspire someone else to be their self. So I commend you so much, Queen, and we definitely connected, because I'm like, I definitely know Pastor Henry, so shout out to Pastor Warren Henry Sr. for sure, man. He was a big inspiration for me in my along my journey. I just want to speak on him just for a second, right? So Pastor Henry, when I met him, I got in a little trouble. Okay, I ain't gonna tell y'all what happened. Okay, I ain't gonna tell y'all all. But I ended up having to do some community service, right? And I had to report to him after the community service. They had me working at the cemetery, Forest Line Cemetery, right there in College Park. And I was so distraught because I did not want that. I was young, and I'm like, oh, they done sentenced me to the cemetery. But overall, I learned a lot through that experience because we was actually burying people who was less fortunate, you know, who could not afford to be buried. So the city would bury those people. And so we had to report to Pastor Henry at the end of it and just kind of tell him what our experience was, what we got out of it. And at the end of my journey, he invited me to church. I never knew he was a pastor until I went to the church. And when I went to Kingdom of God, I just felt like I belonged there. It just had that family vibe like that. I felt like I was supposed to be there, you know, like I was led there for a reason. And shout out to him because he helped me get my first apartment ever. He helped me get a voucher, a Section 8 voucher with the Atlanta Housing Authority because he was actually one of the board members for the Atlanta Housing Authority. So he is just amazing. That's all I know.
He's more than just a pastor. I'm sorry to cut you off, but a lot of people just down the church. They down. They have like church hurt, and you know they feel like a church is just a business or a building or whatnot. But pastor is more than just a pastor. He's a father. He's a teacher. Yes. He's a well, I know he's a chaplain of was chaplain of Fulton.
Yeah, he's the chaplain of South Fulton. Yes.
Yeah, correct me. I said Fulton. Yes, South Fulton. Correct me. Yes. He wears many hats. He wears many hats, and that's what I say for real. I had to give a shout out to him when I thought about all that because he kind of helped me through my journey as well with a lot of things that I went through in life, not really realizing how he's really been there for me. So yeah, he's more than just what people say that a pastor or a man of God is supposed to be. And even if you're not a pastor, or even if you're not anyone of a leader, you know, in a leadership role or whatnot, just saying this to everyone. Be who you are supposed to be. You know, it doesn't matter what people say you're supposed to be or how people say you're supposed to act or how you say that you are. You show what you are, right? You walk in love, you help, you do these types of things that, you know, you're supposed to do as a group of people, for all of us, for our community, for, you know, whatever. Like just being selfless, you know, like Pastor is selfless. But I think it got to a point where he had to learn, and I kind of look at myself like that. So he had to learn how to say no at one point in time, you know, because he was always going and doing it. So, I mean, that's just what I have to say. Here I am going to my encouragement now. But that's right. To everyone, it doesn't matter what role you're in. Actions speak louder than words.
Amen
so
to that.
Being who you are speaks for whatever title.
So, Brittany, for you, I know your daughter, she's definitely inspiring the children, and I think that's amazing because what better way to reach other children than through another child, right? That's the best way ever. So your books, are you more geared toward adults, or are you kind of like in between, like with the children and the adults?
Now, my book is more so for the youth and adults. So, like middle school and high school can comprehend what they read out of this book.
Okay.
So much as adults.
Okay. Good to hear. And what do you think makes a good story? In your opinion, what makes a good story?
Something that someone can get from it and apply it to their life.
Okay.
So let me just go back to looking at comedy. You know, when you're watching comedians stand-up comedy and they say whatever they say, their spiel or whatnot. A lot of times for me, it's more funny because I can relate to their joke.
Right.
It's funny because they tell more life situations. And so for me, even in the book or whatever it is, it being something that you can apply to your daily life is what tells a great story.
I
So
love that.
imagine or visualize seeing or doing yourself.
I like that. I love that answer. So, Naraya, I got a question for you because she looking like, man, it's just mama time. Ain't nobody talking to me. I want to be talked to too. So, Naraya, all right, what is it that you envision yourself as when you grow up? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to be a veterinarian and cook.
Oh, girl, so you're going to be cooking? You're going to be cooking, whipping it up like a stir fry in that kitchen, girl?
I'm going to cook for my mom on Valentine's Day and get these little roses because when my dad was alive, my grandmother, she always taught me how to cook and my mama always got mad. But at least it's coming in handy now that I'm eight.
Look, she'll put you on the spot. So, to elaborate on that, I got mad when she cooked because when she cooked with her other grandmother because she was what 4 or 5, which was great. Still, I love the help that I got. But she was 4 or 5 frying some chicken. I'm like, my baby get burnt by this chicken grease.
We made macaroni and cheese. We made green beans, everything. And now it's coming. I make eggs. I don't really make sausage, and I mostly make waffles with my mini waffle maker.
Oh, it sounds like you need to have a bake sale. You need to sell some plates, Miss Naraya. Look, you make a meal, I promise you, Miss Loyalty would come and sit down and enjoy a meal with you, Queen. That's a bet?
Yeah.
All right. I like that. And for you, Miss Brittany, okay, as a child, what did you want to do when you grew up?
I wanted to be a school teacher, but I changed my mind very fast. But I kind of looked at what I like to do, what I enjoyed doing, and that kind of made me think about what I wanted to be. So when I was younger, myself, my brother, my cousins, we would play house. We would play, well, you know, somebody be the mom, somebody be daddy. One of y'all got to be the kids. We would play school. So somebody got to be the teacher. Sit down. Do you know? So just me having fun being a teacher. I thought I want to be a teacher.
You know, that was my first thought too, Brittany. Like, I literally started school doing early childhood education until I started having my own children. And I'm thinking like, yo, I gotta, for one, be a mother, have enough energy for my own children, but also deal with other people's children too. I think I had to second guess that one, right? And I changed my whole major. So I went to school for social work and I got my bachelor's degree in social working. But yeah, I concur. I understand. And I love kids now, don't get me wrong. But to have to be in that type of position, and also still have the energy for your own children, that's a lot. So I commend the teachers and those who are in that position, because a lot of times we know that they're not getting the value that they should, and these teachers do need to get paid more money, so they'll be more enthusiastic about taking care of your knucklehead for sure. Yeah. You know, because some of y'all parents know y'all got some knuckleheads.
Every year, I give our teachers a teacher appreciation gift at the end of the year and say, thank you for putting up with my baby a whole year round.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap this up because we will have part 3 of the interview. Join us on Clubhouse, okay? Join us on the Clubhouse app. And I believe let's put the link in the chat as well, or in the comment section for those who don't have Clubhouse. But yes, join us on Clubhouse. This is going to be, it's more of an audio app, so you won't be able to visibly see us, but you will be able to hear us and engage in a conversation. We're going to do more like a Q&A style. So if you want to ask some questions to Naraya or Miss Brittany, by all means, tap in, come support, and bring your friends, man. This is what we do. And let them know again, Naraya, I know you know it, honey, because you had the whole spiel. How can they find your book, girl? How can they find your book?
Well, you can go to Amazon or you can inbox us on Facebook. You can tell us which book you want, either Dreams with Purpose, I Am a Dreamer, and whenever we do events or something, usually her book is probably $19. If you get a bracelet, wait, how much is the bracelet?
Oh yeah, 15.
Oh, well, her book is $15. If you get a bracelet, it's gonna be
$20.
With my book, it's only $13. But if you get a bracelet, it's gonna be $18.
Oh, before I forget, these are our affirmation bracelets. Well, 2 of our affirmation bracelets, really.
Okay.
This one is one that I wear every day. It says, I am a money magnet. So every day I affirm what I want to be manifested. I speak it and I put it to work.
And this bracelet says New Beginning.
Okay.
It has clear and different colors, and it says New Beginning.
So how can we find the bracelets? I would love to know because I want to purchase a couple of those bracelets for sure.
Well, you can inbox us on Facebook or Instagram, and we can try to send you a bracelet in these cute little bags that are blue. It sort of matches my book more than it matches my mom's book, but it mostly matches my book and my mom's book. So,
there's no set, we don't have all of the bracelets posted because most of them are personalized. So, some of them say, well, we make like 2 of each. So some of them say, I am strong, I'm wealthy, I'm free. And we kind of personalize them based on the individuals, whatever they want, basically, or whatever they want.
I need one to say, I am loyalty, period.
Yeah,
okay.
Make bangles and probably much more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm loving it. So listen, y'all don't have to ship mine because we here in Atlanta together. So I pull up. My pull-up game is strong.
Yes,
and I gotta come see y'all at the kingdom too.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, you all, the links are here. If you're on the feed, you should see the links. We got the link for Clubhouse on Facebook as well as YouTube, as well as how you can purchase these books, man. Let's support, man. Look at this little entrepreneur. I'm very inspired, man. And Nora, I just want to tell you, you are on an amazing path, Queen. What you're doing is going to help so many people, and you're going to inspire other kids to really step out of their comfort zone and to be more than what they think they can be. So I thank you so much, Queen, for coming on the podcast. And Brittany, of course, I thank you as well. You are doing an amazing job with this young lady. And we're going to wrap this up, you all, at 8 p.m. We will be joining Clubhouse. So come on the audio app and tap in, come support, and bring your friends, okay? And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close this phase of our podcast. Until next time, our family and friends, we love you all. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye-bye.
Wait, y'all can't leave yet.
What'd she say?
I can't leave yet.
I'm going to tell you guys what's in the back of my book.
Oh, there are activities in the back of her book for writing their dreams down or drawing pictures because kids are visual, see visually as well. And there's questions from what they've read in the book. So this white page, you can write. So they have these little black lines. You probably can't see it pretty well. But 1 says, think about it at the top. 2 says, what does being a dreamer mean to you? Number 3, how do you feel when you wake up from a dream? So yes, for the sake of time, just make sure you go ahead and get your book. It's $13.
Yes, because y'all got to get into those activities. I heard Naraya, get into those activities. I love it. So Naraya, we're going to go on the Clubhouse so you'll be able to tell them more about the activities and the other things that's inside of your book, okay? Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Bye, our friends. We'll see y'all next time.